Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Jabril Street's video for the discussion number 2 assignment. My apologies for the delay. Been down without a computer for a couple of days, but I finally got myself straight. Nevertheless, jump in it. So I'm going to describe which one of the family dynamic I come from, and I hope you guys can figure it out. All right, cool. Let's go. So basically, I'm the one that everybody pointed to when things went wrong. I was the angry kid, the defiant one. On the outside, I looked tough. I didn't care about anything, but on the inside, I was just hurt. I'm an only child of parents who were college educated, but honestly, they weren't even mature enough to start a family, and they split when I was like 5. My dad left my mom for another woman and went on to have 4 marriages throughout his life before he passed away, interestingly enough. Uh, I actually followed that similar cycle. I've been married twice, have had just as many significant relationships that I would have thought would have been marriages had I not had myself together. Shout out to all of those amazing women on Valentine's Day. I love you dearly. And I'm thankful to say that I'm still a part of their lives and they are definitely pouring into mine. Okay, so my mom stayed single, actually, and raised me with my grandma while I was young. I got bullied a lot growing up, and instead of asking for help a lot, I lashed out. Mostly at the 2 people who loved me the most, my mom and my grands. I kind of became the scapegoat in a home that was already dealing with my father's abandonment of my mom because she was such an amazing woman and she really didn't deserve what she got. Even to this day, and I see flaws in my mom, I definitely don't believe that she deserved what my father gave to her. At school, I acted out, got into trouble just to fit in. You know, peer pressure is a motherfucker. Pardon my language, but it really is. And I did it just to fit in and avoid being targeted. Eventually, I wound up turning to drugs, and then to crime, and ultimately addiction. I have spent over 30 years in and out of prison, living up to the role that everybody expected from me. You know, I was a failure. I was the black sheep of the family. And while young, I kind of prided myself on that. I was the bad boy. I was the defiant one. But, you know, looking back on it, it was really, really sad. And I wish I'd have gotten help. Thankfully, eventually I did, because with that help, things did change. And I learned to accept responsibility and see the reality for what I was. I made peace with both of my parents. You know, my father passed away in 2016, and that was one of the greatest blessings, to be able to go down and see him every other week when I got paid and just spend the weekend with him and atone for my transgressions and also receive his amends that he was trying to make to me for not being the father that he could have been, and explaining why that was. Today, my mother is my best friend. She and I see each other literally every other week. I drive down Silver Spring. We're actually going to a Barry Manilow concert next month that I got scheduled to do for her as a big surprise. I love her dearly. She's forgiven me and I've forgiven her. And, you know, things are great. Also, I work as a counselor now. You know, I've been clean for a number of years. I work in the field helping people who are where I once was. You know what I mean? And the same pain that once made me act out now helps me connect with others. You know, I'm proof that even family scapegoats can heal and can help others do the same. So that, take a wild guess. Hope you get it. Have a great evening. Peace.